Joining me now, former NFL player, advisor to Roger Goodell, Chris Valletta. Valletta played with the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, among other teams in the NFL. And Chris, it's great to have you here, and I want to play for you something that we heard from the White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest moments ago about Tom Brady and his position as a role model. Take a look.
I think that as he confronts this particular situation and he determines what the next steps will be for him, that he'll be mindful of the way that he serves to be, the way he serves as a role model to so many, not just American kids, as you point out, but to kids around the world.
All right, so let's have the Goldilocks approach here. So is it too harsh, not harsh enough? Where do you fall?
Where I fall is it's in line. I think Commissioner Goodell made a huge decision with this and sent a very strong message, not just to Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, but to the rest of the NFL and the NFL teams and employees. I think part of this entire circumstance is centered on the fact that he came out of an extremely rough year last year. Put an intense focus on the conduct policy going into the offseason, fixed it, made some huge adjustments to it, and is now setting the standard for what will be a new 2015 in terms of the rules.
And we talk about what this means for Roger Goodell, because this is about the integrity of the game as opposed to personal conduct off the field, which have really grabbed a lot of headlines for players from various teams. We've focused more about their behavior off the field, and this is what the importance of the NFL and what Roger Goodell should be doing, policing the sport.
I totally agree. Look, the reality of the NFL is that it is a game. It is there for entertainment for an enormous crowd. It's the most popular sport in the United States. It has influence that spans not just here but across the globe. And the integrity of the game is everything. The integrity of the players is everything because of what it represents, because of what they represent. Dedication, discipline, desire, things that, as was pointed out by the White House press secretary, things that are influential to the youth of this country and I think are paramount to the development of that youth.
All right, so I want to read you something from Boston Globe sports columnist Christopher Gasper. He says this punishment is also about Spygate, the illicit signal taping scandal that also involved the Patriots that Francis just talked about a moment ago, and says just as Belichick and Brady are inextricably intertwined in the Patriots' tapestry of success, so are their scandals interwoven. Spygate is the shadow the Patriots can't outrun. It is the water that poisons the well. Brady is serving a suspension for 2.
So I disagree that this punishment was handed down, that it included other issues in the past, but I will say that this punishment is in context of all of those issues. Again, the NFL came off a very rough year last year from a PR standpoint and a conduct standpoint. This is Roger Goodell doing what he told everyone he was going to do: set a new standard, protect the integrity of the Shield, and it just so happens to be with the best team in the league and the best player that arguably has ever played the game. He's sending a very strong message. I happen to agree with it.
In your opinion, would the Patriots have won the Super Bowl if they hadn't been able to beat the Colts in the AFC Championship game? Well, so would their season success, would they have been so successful?
You could give Tom Brady a brick and he would have won all these games. The fact that the balls were slightly inflated or deflated is not the issue. They would have won regardless. The issue is the integrity. So why do they need the
edge? Why then do they need this edge?
There's a difference between gamesmanship and cheating. And I think that's really the line we're talking about. As a player, we did everything we could to gain a little bit of an edge in the game, whether it's to throw an opponent off one way or the other. But that line is very thin. And the Patriots, by virtue of what they've done in the past, have towed that line. And Belichick's been known as a guy that is, one of these, a foul's only a foul if the referee blows the whistle. And I think Goodell is sending a message here that gamesmanship and cheating are completely different. And I'm going to set the standard for what punishment is going to look like in 2015.
Chris Valletta, former NFL player and advisor to Roger Goodell. Chris, great to have you here. Really appreciate your insights.
Thank you.